He did the same joke about 3 times already. I don't think it's funny anymore.
So I play a lot of Fallout 76. It's to a point where I have 2 characters that total over about 280 hours of gameplay. Not a whole lot, but it's enough. And now the reason why I'm saying that is because I see a lot of questions which relate to the title of this video, is that a lot of people wonder if the game is even worth it. Do they wonder if it's a buggy mess or just a decent all-around game? And while I can't answer about the buggy part, I can answer about if it's a good all-around game or not. Because again, I've been playing it for a long time now. And that's what this video is today. Today I go over if the game is worth it in 2023, or if it's a big old waste of money. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting with the obvious stuff, the game isn't as buggy as it was way back then. I know I said I want to talk about how buggy it is, but at the end of the day, it really isn't as buggy. It's able to handle. It can run, you won't go through the floor casually. You know, it's not like back then where you'd see an enemy stand still and stare at you and be unkillable, which, granted, I won't lie, that does happen, but compared to back then, it barely happens. I've only seen it one time in the past year or so. The only way to get under the map nowadays is through glitches that you have to physically activate where you know what you're doing. So it's not really a bug, but more of an exploit. So overall, if that's the reason why you're not buying the game, I won't worry about it. The bugs like that don't happen no more, or at least not as frequent as they used to way back when the game came out. Now with the bugs talked about, let's go over the content side of things. As you know, I made a lot of videos talking about the updates of the game, and how I usually complain about them, because there isn't much to offer. But you see, the thing that I forget to mention, and that is on my end, is that I'm an endgame player. I've done almost everything other than the main quest line, which I've done before on my main character, so I know what I'm missing out on. And you see, a lot of Fallout updates cater towards the newer players, aka people like you that are trying to start the game, which isn't bad or anything, but it definitely stops the endgame progression. The best example of this is the Fight for Freedom update, which I'll put my video on in the description and in the cards or whatever they're called. But basically, it made a lot of new changes for new players that tailored only to them and not us endgame players. And again, that's not a bad thing, especially with the newer updates. They plan on releasing updates that give you perk classes and stuff when you get out of the vault, which is good. I like that, you know. But again, for me, where I've already done that part of the game and I won't be re-experiencing it for a while, it really doesn't affect me. And they're releasing the Atlantic, which is a new pit expansion, which granted kind of disappoints me because I'm, again, an endgame player, so it won't leave much for me to desire. But for someone like you, you'll like it because it lets you grind a lot more when you start. So overall, content-wise, there's a lot of content if you go to buy a game, to the point where I'd say it's worth the $60. But if you hit the end game, you're gonna notice a giant decline in that content. But by the end game point, you'll probably have like 20 or 30 hours into the game. You'll have a giant amount of hours into the game by that point. And you can always start a new character if it gets that boring. On the console and PC side of things, it runs really well on PS5, and it runs well on decent PCs and laptops. AKA, if you buy it, you shouldn't be worried too much, unless your laptop is a little potato in the microwave. Now, on the pay-to-win side of things, if that's your kind of jam, it's bad. It's pretty pay-to-win, I'm not gonna lie to you. If you haven't heard of Fallout First, let me strap you in and tell you the details. Fallout First is a monthly subscription that Bethesda made that gives them money and you pay to win items. These pay to win items being the ammo box, the scrap box, and the tent. The tent is an on-the-go scrap box, which I'll get into in a minute about what that does, but basically, it lets you get rid of all your junk very easily, gives you an XP boost if you sleep in the bed for long enough, and it lets you cook your food and get an AP bonus. And you can put it almost anywhere in the world, and it lets you fast travel to it for free, aka being your free fast travel point that you can place anywhere you like to. Aka if you want to go all the way to Restech from, I don't know, the top left side of the map, you can for free, very easily. The scrap box lets you hold scrap in it. I know, duh, right? But here's the gimmick. You see your normal stash box that you were getting when you start the game? It has a certain rate limit. A rate limit of 1,200, which is a lot. It will get you by for when you start the game, but near the end game when you have a lot of loot, you're gonna need to get rid of it somewhere. And that's where the scrap box comes in. It has unlimited weight, so you can put as much junk as you want in there, no matter how heavy it is, no matter the quantity of it. It's very busted, and it lets you carry infinite amount of items back and forth, and since there's one in the base tent, then there you go, you have an infinite scrap box. And then the ammo box, it's just a scrap box, but ammo related. there isn't much to say about that. It's just, again, ammo box, scrap box. They're cousins. There's other stuff, but this video isn't about Fallout First. Though if anyone does want that, you know, just leave a comment, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're done with the pay-to-win stuff. So overall, would I recommend buying this game in 2023? Yes and. You see, it really depends on what type of games you play and all that. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you play a lot of Fallout games like I do, I'd say buy it no matter what price it is. But if you're a more casual person that never played a Fallout game before, you should probably avoid it until it goes on sale, because there's a lot of stuff that mostly needs you to know some Fallout stuff. Granted, it's not like, oh, you need to play Fallout to know it, but it would help you a lot more. The main things you need to know is about the special and the gunplay from Fallout 4. But if you know those things, I'd say go ahead and buy the game for $60. It's worth it, honestly. Again, there's not many bugs. It's a little pay to win, but it's, you know, it's avoidable for a long time. So I wouldn't worry about that part. But if you never play a Fallout game, or you never play Fallout 4 specifically, I would avoid it till it goes on sale for about $30. That's usually what they put on sale for. Mainly because, again, there's systems from those games that you kind of want to understand so you understand the game a little better. But I mean, you don't have to. If you want to go balls deep, $60, then go on ahead. All around message to take from this video: game's worth it if you play Fallout. Game is still worth it if it's on sale. And if you just don't like FPS games, why are you watching this video? But you know what other video you could watch? You could watch my game development of a game I'm making. It's going to be an alpha soon. I'd love to see you there. Or, you know, watch this video where I talk about the Atlantic. My opinion on it is, well, just say it's a little mixed. And, yeah, I hope you have a good day and stay safe.